My friend sent my fiancé inappropriate messages, so I called her out and banished her from the wedding and our friendship group forever. My fiancé, Josh, has a close friend group of guys from college that stayed in the city that we see rather regularly, including his best friend, Matt. Matt's wife, Addison, brought her friend Lila and integrated her into the group, all before my fiancé and I met. So apparently Lila has had a crush on my fiancé before I met him, and even tried to get Addison to set them up. Josh made it clear he wasn't interested. Unfortunately, it seems she never gave up hope that he would come around. Fast forward to Josh and I meeting, we really hit it off, so he wanted to introduce me to his friends. We met up with everyone for drinks one night, and apparently Lila wasn't given a heads up Josh was in a relationship. The look on this girl's face when he introduced me was somewhere between pure disgust and shock. Everyone else was friendly and welcoming, but she was icy, and Addison was a little quiet at first but thankfully warmed up to me. I do understand Addison here, as she was probably just trying to be loyal to her best friend that had a crush. I guess you snooze, you lose. Fast forward about a year, Matt and Addison are getting married, with Josh being the best man, and of course Lila was their maid of honor. I didn't feel any sort of way because I'm secure in my relationship. He's not interested in her, and he just had to walk down the aisle with her. Matt and Addison even set it up so he could sit with me at the reception, much to Lila's displeasure. Well, at the reception, she kept coming over and trying to flirt with Josh, saying to not forget that the best man is required to dance with the maid of honor. Which I flatly just told her that's not a thing. 2 weeks ago we got engaged, hooray, yay. There was a group chat I was added into once I had established my own friendships and wasn't just Josh's girlfriend, where people organized pub nights, beach trips, and so on. Josh announced our engagement in it a day later and everyone congratulated us. Well, almost everybody. Take a guess who didn't and you'll be extremely shocked. Not. Now, to the issue we're here for. Friday night, at around 1 to 2 a.m., apparently, Lila decided to message Josh privately. The first message was something like, "I was just thinking about you," followed up with a semi-naked photo, "Then you're not married yet," and a bunch of other inappropriate stuff. He didn't see it until he woke up yesterday morning. We were just chilling in bed, checking emails, the normal morning routine. He just says, "What the frick?" Then he hands me the phone. Obviously, I was extremely pissed off, as was he, so he just shot back a message telling her that it was highly inappropriate and disrespectful and not to contact him again. She then attempted to backpedal with excuses, like she was drunk, and then oops, I sent it to the wrong person, don't tell anyone. The last part pushed me over the edge, and I asked him to screenshot it to me. I told him I wouldn't include the photo, revenge naughty images is never okay, but I was going to post it in the group chat because this is the last straw, as long as he was fine with me doing so. So I did, and I said that we were done with this disrespect and would no longer engage with someone who would do something like this. Not the most mature on my part, but I think everyone needed to know. And wow, did the chat light up? Lila pretty much immediately left the chat, but everyone else was so shocked that she would do that. Lila went crying to Addison, because she said I bullied her, and Addison feels somewhat torn because she wishes that it was handled privately, but she has only escalated any attempts to shut her down. Did I go too far and handle this incorrectly? Or would you do the same? Update. On to the fallout. Josh and I are obviously fine, and that was never going to be an issue. He's amazing, we communicate well, and we don't have secrets. Matt came over to talk to Josh and apologize, though he had nothing to apologize for. He had a long talk with Addison about how he felt it was way out of line to tell me it should have been handled privately. He said he told his wife that Lila is an issue in their relationship as well because she always invites herself along when they are doing things or going out as a couple. She constantly complains and then always gets too drunk, so she has to spend the night. I guess he has said something in the past, but she always lets Lila steamroll her. He put his foot down and said she needs to set boundaries with her and they need to take time apart. She agreed but expressed her fear of Lila's reaction. Well, apparently that conversation went about as bad as you'd think. She decided to do it over a phone call and Lila lost her mind. She accused me of gaslighting? I'm pretty sure she doesn't actually know what that means. Then she tried to explain what happened again, which went from it was sent to the wrong person, it wasn't even a big deal, Josh has always led her on, so she thought he wanted it, she was so wasted she doesn't really remember sending it, and finally to blaming Addison for not trying hard enough to hook them up. When she finally told Lila that they need time apart so she can focus on her marriage and work, she absolutely lost it. She told her that she can't end a long-term friendship over the phone, so she was going to come over because she owes it to her to say it to her face. She told her no, and Josh told Addison to let Lila know that she wouldn't be let in, and the cops would be called. She hung up, and they both blocked her number. This girl is really wicked insane. I had a talk with Addison, and she apologized for trying to smooth things over because she didn't want to deal with the wrath of Lila, as she has seen her go off on other people in the past. I forgive her, but I'm going to move slowly with that friendship to see what her actions show. I do feel bad because that was obviously a toxic friendship, which seems kind of like a trauma bond, but I'm not a psychiatrist. I just never want to get in the way of Josh's friendships, and I know Matt is very important to him. So she's gone, but regardless of whether she and Addison eventually reconnect, we are having nothing to do with her ever again. This all actually tightened my friendship with Sarah, who has been the long-term partner of another one of their friends, as she has been a major supporter. We always got along really well. She's come out for girls' nights with my other friends and me too. She was ready to go to war for me, haha. So that's the silver lining out of all of this. I hate drama. Honestly, it worries me that this person is shaping young minds for a living because she is obviously not mentally or emotionally well. I love my partner more than I ever knew was possible, but somehow this just made us even more solid. I'm pretty sure we haven't heard the last from her, but she has no power in my life, so that's that. I guess the moral of this all is don't be a pushy tourag and send unwanted photos and texts. No means no, kids.